So in this video, we're going to be talking about Gemini moon in the first house and what this placement means natally. So what we covered in the general meanings of Gemini moon video is that the moon in Gemini shows somebody that processes their intuition and also their emotions through logic and intellect, especially their personal subjective intellect, rather than if somebody had the moon in Sagittarius, which is the opposite of Gemini. This would indicate, somebody that would be processing their emotions, their intuition, their feelings through some sort of philosophy or some sort of wisdom that they've learned. But you're more so somebody that asks themselves questions and processes things through your own mind and through your own original thought. Now, with that being said, the moon in this case is in the first house, which is, the house that's about the ascendant, and it's about our identity, our personality, what we're guided by, or like what our actions, are made of. So anyways, with that being said, when you have the moon in the first house, this indicates that your actions are intuitively guided and you are logically guided by your emotions. So you're guided by the way that you feel about things and nobody else. So a lot of times people with the moon in the first house, they have a desire to be in charge of themselves at the very least. But in group situations, they may want to be respected and they want to be in charge of, the direction that things go, because you guys are led by your own heart and how your own feelings are. In this case, also, you process that through your mind and through your logic. So you guys are very intellectual individuals. Now, with that being said, the moon is also about compassion and empathy, and it's just about emotions. So you guys tend to be problem solvers. You guys are not, mean people. You guys are more so compassionate people. That's like your identity or your personality unconsciously. Whereas, the fifth house would be your conscious ego, your conscious personality. But people just see you as somebody that's kind and caring. But, the moon rules Cancer. Cancer is the crab. The crab is defensive. It will pinch. It can be mean if you cross the boundaries. So that's kind of how you guys are. You guys may be a little bit reserved, but at the same time, you guys have a big heart and you guys love to help others, or just generally, you guys like to solve problems. And, you guys have the moon right on this kind of right next to the sign of Cancer, where the moon feels comfortable. Cancer is about problem solving. It's about intuition. And Gemini is about thinking. So you guys love to suggest potential solutions to problems all the time when people have that. Now, also, with the moon being in the first house, this indicates that your emotions tend to show on your face. But in this case, the moon is in Gemini. So how it really appears to others is, since the moon is in Gemini, which is about processing information, and since you guys process your intuition and your feelings through logic, you guys never jump to conclusions. You guys always need to know facts, and more so, you guys need to have a logical reason to believe things that you can perceive. So how you guys see your emotions and your intuition, you see it as just suggestions and as ideas, but they need to be confirmed with information or communication. So like if you feel like somebody has done something wrong against you, you're the type of person that needs to logically be able to put it together why, or needs to logically understand and communicate it with the other person and see if they agree, or you need to be able to communicate it and for other people to communicate their ideas and how they perceive it. So like you guys process your intuition through information. So as long as there's no information to back up your feelings, or if there's contradictory information, then you guys never tend to jump to a conclusion, right? And so you guys can procrastinate on solving problems because sometimes you guys just tolerate the problem because as long as you're not absolutely sure of the solution, or as long as you're not absolutely sure that there is an issue and that it's not your fault, rather than theirs, then you don't tend to confront it or jump to the conclusion. So you guys detach emotionally a lot of times. So with that being said, as I was saying, the moon being in the first house, showing that your emotions show on your face, but your emotions instead, since it's in Gemini, it looks like you're just processing things. That's how it looks like to others. So anyways, without being too confusing, whereas the moon in the first house in another sign could show somebody whose emotions, they're on display all the time. You're more somebody that's emotionally detached and more logical. So what it looks like to others is that you're always processing what's happening to you. Like, that's how it looks like to others. Like, you may always have a thinking face on you, but not realize it. Or like somebody will say something and you'll be processing like how you feel about it. And like people can see that because it's in your first house. So they see you as this logical person that must be very intelligent, or that's at least very thoughtful. Now, and the reason why, because if you want to see your intelligence, you want to look towards your Mercury placement. You also want to look towards Uranus, wherever that is. Okay, right here for intelligence. But in Gemini with the moon here, you're very thoughtful and you have a intelligent intuition. So anyways, I hope that wasn't too scattered, but in order to sum up this placement in a single sentence, how I would put it is, you with the moon in first house in Gemini, you are somebody that is guided by your intuition and your own logical feelings about things, and nobody else's. And also, another trait about you guys is that you guys like to solve problems. Like, that's just your approach to life. Like, you like to intellectually solve problems, because moon is solving problems, Gemini is intellect, and first house is your approach to life. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and definitely leave a like and subscribe if you did. Other than that, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys sometime soon in another video. Peace.